Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Chinyere DC. I'm a mom of two amazing toddlers. You're welcome to Parenting on the Go. On this channel we talk about parenting, motherhood and lifestyle. If this is your first time of clicking on my video, please do well to hit the red subscribe button. Please hit the red subscribe button. I beg you to hit the red subscribe button. Turn on the bell so you are notified each time I upload a new video. Okay, so on this channel I share my knowledge and experience on parenting. I'm not a parenting expert, so I don't know, I'm talking from the toddler point of view. It starts from the early stage. So if you have toddlers, or if you are a young mom or an expectant mom, please do well to subscribe so we can, wing this journey together. Okay, with that being said, let's go straight into this video. So I don't know what part of parenting is the hardest, because you keep going from one stage to the other and you think you're done, and then the next thing hits you. I just concluded teaching my kids about contentment and sharing, and I can tell you for free that was a very hard stage for me, because you're teaching a child about contentment and you're teaching a child about sharing. It was confusing for them, but I'm glad they eventually got the rema. They eventually got the idea. So it just goes from one stage to the other, from one stage to the other, and it goes on like this till, in fact, even when they are grown, you're still parenting them, you're still teaching them stuff. So but for today I'm going to be talking about sibling rivalry. Sibling rivalry is something that is very common in our society, and I think parents have contributed to it because we have not taught our kids properly about sibling rivalry. But there's something about sibling rivalry that I'm having a challenge with right now, guys. I'm going to be very vulnerable when I'm talking about it, even though it is even though my kids are getting the memo. But I'm going to say something. When I started having my kids, I knew about sibling rivalry. Sibling rivalry was one of the things I wrote down that I wanted to correct in my kids. I want my kids to be best friends. I want my kids to be not to be on each other's head, not to be on each other's toes. I just wanted them to be friends. I wanted them to be close, look out for each other. I know at the back of my mind that it's very difficult to eliminate the fightings, the argument, because that's why they are humans and that's why they are children. They are going to argue, but I wanted to set some principles on how they should argue and how they should resolve things, and that I did while they were younger. When I started sensing they were beginning to fight and argue over things. My kids don't fight, like physical fights. I've never seen them do that, but there's something I taught them while they were growing up. Now let's take a toy for example. If someone have a toy, let's say the toy belongs to nobody, or it does not belong, the item does not belong to either of them, and someone took it first, you wait for this person to finish, or you ask nicely. Now when you ask nicely, if the person gives it to you, if your sibling gives it to you, then you can have it. But if they refuse to give it to you, then you don't have the right to fight or argue over it. And that worked for me, and I thought, okay, I have it all figured, I've laid the foundation. But right now, guys, my first daughter is 5 and my son is almost 4 years old, and it's just like every day they fight over one thing or the other, and then you're asking yourself, how do I go about it? Now here is what I'm doing. That is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys in this video. The question is, how do you deal with sibling rivalry? The first thing you want to do is to model them. When I say model them, we are models to our children. If you're a parent and you don't know this, here today, you are a model to your child. Guys, just ignore this. I don't know why I just love the fact that one of my fingernails is painted and the other is not painted. I've been carrying this for the longest time that I can remember. And then my ring, I'm someone who don't know how to, in case you are thinking in your mind like, why is this woman like this? Let me just give you a little explanation. So I don't take off my ring for any reason. I'm always on my rings from the very first day I got married. But I understand that, and then whenever I manage to take off my ring, it gets missing. So I don't take off my ring at all. I'm not very diligent with it. And then I realized recently that the ring was eating up my hand. It's healing, but it was worse than this. It was just eating into my skin. I had to take it off, and I don't intend to wear my ring for now until it completely heals before I can put it on. So with that being said, let's go back into the video. So we are models to our kids, and the earlier you realize that, the better. Your kids are watching you. Your kids are learning from you. Your kids are getting life experiences from you. Your kids are learning how to resolve issues from you. So the ability for you to, respect people, ask nicely, even if when they are your kids, ask nicely and do all that stuff, teaches them how to avoid each other. And also I've talked about this on my channel before. You don't get to pick a favorite. Even if you have a favorite in your mind, don't say it, oh, my favorite child. Not recently, for the past 6 months, I've had to deal with my daughter feeling like I don't love her as much as I love my son, because when he does something really nice, I'm like, that's the best son in the world. I do know I love you, right? And she'd be like, Mommy, am I not the best daughter in the world? Mommy, don't you love me? And I have to affirm it to her all the time. I have to affirm it. I will not say, oh, yesterday I sent you to bring water for me, you did not bring water, so you are not the best daughter in the world. No. So you have to model to your kids and treat them like they are equal. That is very important. The next thing that you want to also do is letting them be in the same space. Now, one of the problem, or one of the mistake that parents make, they think, oh, because they fight a lot, they don't agree, I guess I should separate them. That is not a good move. Put them in the same space. Let them be in the same space. Let them learn to work with each other. Let them learn to tolerate each other. Let them learn to live with each other. Because if you give them that space, it would give them space to be apart. So they won't be close, like very close anymore. And that's not what you need. So make them to be in the same space, the same room. Don't separate them. Don't say, okay, you go and play this way. You go and play this way. No. Correct them and let them agree on who is going to have what first, who is going to take their bath first, who is going to eat first, who is going to take the toy first. Let them agree between themselves before you let them go. Then thirdly, I think this is the third. Thirdly, you have to teach your kids to say nice things to themselves. That sounds weird. I remember when I tell my daughter to say, she's always laughing like, oh no, Mom, don't make me do this. All right. Those are her words. But I've made them hug each other as often as I can. I've made them speak nice things to each other and tell them they love each other and everything, like, you're my best friend, I'll share with you and everything. So let them say nice things to each other is very, very important. Also, you teach them respect for one another. Don't let anybody bully anybody. Don't let anybody oppress anybody. Don't let one child to be the one where you have tagged the troublemaker and you have tagged the other one the quiet one. No, you have to teach them to respect each other. It starts from there. Teach them to respect each other. Another thing you also want to teach your kids to avoid sibling rivalry is, like I said, sharing and content, because that is the root of rivalry. Who wants to get this first? Who took it first? Who should have it? Teach them that they should learn to share. So if you have the toy first, let your brother have it after you play with it for a while. That's sharing. And also teach them content in the sense that if something is not yours, don't fight for it. If something is not yours, don't fight for it. That is content. This content and sharing, like I said from the beginning of this video, it's a very hard thing to do, but it's something that you have to teach them. It's very important. You have to teach them content and sharing. That is the root of sibling rivalry. Okay, so when you buy something for this one, you don't have to buy exact same thing, or you don't have to feel bad, or the other one will not feel bad. Like, I have 2 kids. One of them do not care if you buy for him or not. You just know what he likes and give it to him, and that's it. The other one is, wants everything that this one has, and I'm just trying to work on it so it doesn't escalate more than that, because that's where it all starts from. So sibling rivalry is very important because it has broken lots of homes. We have had siblings killing each other. We have had siblings not seeing each other eye to eye. We've had siblings who don't talk to each other. We have also seen siblings who are stuck with each other. Watch out for each other. They are the closest, they are best friends, and I think that's what we should raise our kids to be. And the mantle has been placed upon us as the parents to do this for our kids. They don't know what they're doing. We have to guide them. So you're not the parents that just allow life to just happen, like they will just evolve and then whatever comes they take it and you tell them that's life. No, you do the work, do your work, stress yourself. Yes, because tomorrow if they are always fighting, it's you they'll be calling. It's you they'll always be calling. So don't give yourself stress in the future. Avoid sibling rivalry and teach your kids these 5 things that I've mentioned in this video. Let me know if you are experiencing sibling rivalry in your parenting journey and how you're going about it. Let me know also if this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and also leave a comment below. If you have not subscribed, do well to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.